Hello guys, I'm Aditya, your host for the day. Welcome to the 15th episode of the Deqode Podcast. Today, we will be discussing a relatively long-run debate on cross-platform mobile development, which is Flutter versus React Native, which is better and which is not. And although I can't give my opinion on it, we have our own mobile development expert here with us who will help us take an analytical approach in comparing these technologies. I would like to welcome Yash Ratnaparkhi to this episode of the Deqode Podcast.
Hey Aditya, glad to be here.
Thanks for joining us, Yash.
Yeah.
So let's begin with discussing, talking about your journey as a developer or becoming a mobile developer per se. Could you please give us a brief story on that?
Yeah, sure. So thank you for asking that. I have been working with these two technologies very closely for last 2 years, and I've been practicing Flutter since my college years. From beginning only, I have been always thrilled to learn new languages and skill myself up according to the latest trends. So Flutter at that time was new to the market, very new. So I was more interested in developing the mobile UI part. Also, since Flutter was rising fast, so I chose my career in Flutter. Gradually with time, I also got myself aligned into React Native too. So that's all the experience I have gained in two languages. Yeah.
Okay, so but why mobile per se? Mobile, development.
So the very basic answer to this is like what we have right now. All the people right now use mobile phone. So
Yeah.
what thing basically fascinates them? The applications. Without application, our life can become literally hell, because for everything from starting of your day to the night sleeping, we are always indulged in the app, from the
Okay.
timers or alarm to the
Yeah.
evening. So yeah, everything is inside the app. So what's that app that is binding all the people around them? So yeah, that made me fascinated for this development.
That's a great thought. So for someone who is new to mobile development, what are the key differences between React Native and Flutter on a basic level?
Yeah, so this is a good, interesting part to discuss. So React Native and Flutter are two popular frameworks for building mobile development and applications. Now, the choice between React Native and Flutter will depend on what specific needs and preferences are needed as a developer.
Okay.
See, if you are familiar with JavaScript and want a faster development process, React Native may be a better option for you. And on the other hand, if you want a high performing application with more customization options and are willing to learn a new programming language, which I think is always a good practice, then dear listeners, Flutter may be a better fit for you.
That's a good way to put it.
Also, I want to add things like there are some key differences which I got to know in my career. So if I give you key differences on the basis of the language part, as I said, React Native uses JavaScript and React library, while Flutter uses Dart programming language. So Dart is basically created by own Google. So that's good in itself. Also on the basis of performance, if I compare, indeed over here Flutter wins the battle, as it is known for high performance and smoother animations with respect to React Native. For development speed, right now React Native is at good pace. React Native is fast to develop, and also the main thing is it is easier to learn. Any person who is good in JavaScript can easily switch over to React Native, being JavaScript background, but Flutter has some steeper learning curve as it is very new. On the basis of the community support, here React Native wins because it has been in the world around for a long time and has gained a larger community support. So yeah, for community support, I say React Native, but yeah, Flutter is also growing rapidly with time.
This was a brief of the conversation we had on this episode for the Deqode Podcast. To listen the full episode, click on the link in the description and hit that subscribe button to get early access of the upcoming episodes.